Aloha, I'm Representative Kymberly Pine, and thank you for joining us for this week's Inbox. Well, the legislative crossover has occurred, and hundreds of bills went from the House to the Senate and the Senate to the House. Several controversial issues were discussed during the crossover debate. One of the most controversial issues that was talked about was several bills that would eliminate certain environmental review processes, so that certain capital improvement projects can take place on a faster basis. And so what was debated was, should we eliminate our environmental review laws for the sake of creating jobs so that projects can be done faster? What concerned many people was, while we were very much for creating jobs, we didn't necessarily agree with how this was going to be done. You see, in Hawaii, we have had 30 years of environmental review processes because our top economy that creates jobs is tourism that depends on a thriving environment. So I want to know what you think about this issue. We have attached an article that Representative Cynthia Thielen wrote, who she was very much against this way to solve our economic problems, and I want to see what your solutions are. Because it's my hope that we continue to create jobs, but not sacrifice the very economy that created all the jobs to begin with. Another very controversial bill that went through the House and the Senate yesterday was the governor's plan to bring prisoners home and reintegrate them back into society. Really, what this bill is about is to shorten prison time for prisoners and use a form of rehabilitation to get them back into society. Many residents who contacted me who were victims were very much against this plan because the plan was not very clear on whether it was just people with misdemeanors or people who had killed people or possibly raped people. So a lot of victims were very concerned about this bill. They felt that for most violent felons that they should not have an opportunity to get out of prison earlier. Also, a lot of emails regarding reapportionment, especially from Leon, who was very concerned that Eva Beach community would be split up in negative ways. I'm happy to report to you that Eva Villages has been kept whole, as well as Hawakale and Ocean Point have been kept together. I've also got more concerns regarding the Ocean Point Hawakale Marina plan being changed to a lagoon. And a lot of people are concerned that they won't have an opportunity to express themselves. When this project goes to the land board, public hearings will take place, and we will alert you when that occurs so that you can either express your opinions for or against the project. Thanks again for joining us for this week's Inbox. We hope that next week we will have Beth Chapman on our Inbox series to explain why she was against the prisoners' reintegration bill. And so stay tuned for that. Mahalo so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you for next week's Inbox. Aloha.